Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the closing ceremony of the 6th IWG World Conference on Women and Sport.
I think that we can say that the past 3 days have been full of many things, but perhaps 3 things have stayed in my mind. I think we have had displays of inspiration, solidarity, and pride. I think we also have a better vision of the opportunities and the challenges that we have faced and probably will continue to face in promoting gender equality in sport in the future.
Mm-hmm. And as we today close this memorable event, we also celebrate its future as the next IWG World Conference on Women in Sport organizers will officially take on the responsibility to organize this event 4 years from now.
Yeah, so to begin this closing ceremony, I would like for all of you to give a very, very warm welcome to 2 women who have spared no effort, have been absolutely relentless in the resolve in making this event the great success it has been.
I don't think they slept much either.
No, they haven't slept much. For the past 4 years, you have caused them to lose their sleep, so feel guilty about that. Ladies and gentlemen, the IWG co-chair and the IWG Secretary General, Ms. Raija Mattila and Ms. Terhi Heinilä. Tervetuloa!
President Halonen, dear friends, I welcome each of you to this closing ceremony of the 6th IWG Conference on Women and Sport. The overall atmosphere of the conference has been so encouraging, so joyful, and so inviting that I am sure that we all return home having connected in meaningful way with others who share a vision of a sporting, physically active world that welcomes us all. I hope you can revisit the feeling of solidarity that we have achieved here within these walls whenever you encounter resistance from others to change, remembering that you are not alone. No, you are part of something larger. We have learned so much during these last 3 days, from our plenary sessions, presentations, and interactive parallel sessions and workshops, during our thought-provoking and eye-opening discussions in the corridors. So many unique stories have surfaced, stories that share common ideals and hopes for change. I leave this conference convinced that your ideals and hopes will be translated into action, action that will lead humanity towards a sporting culture that respects gender equality and guarantees the full involvement of women and girls in sport and physical activity. One interesting thing that has come to the surface during the discussions is the notion of the leading the change presents a more formidable challenge than being the change. We have heard a number of success stories of women's increased participation in sport and have come to know shining examples of those of you who are being the change, amazing individuals like Paralympian Maphie Davis. But we are still struggling with how to lead wide-reaching social and political change, to change organizational practices, to steer social trends, to go from policy to action. Regardless of these challenges, by way of this conference, we have collected a number of milestones that mark the way for leading change, and would like to offer some conclusions based on what has been brought forward as key messages of this conference. First of all, we have recognized the types of changes that are needed in order to accelerate the inclusion and full involvement of women and girls in sport and physical activity. We are better informed of the gender equality policy landscape, better equipped to formulate what constitutes a comprehensive gender equality agenda in sport, more knowledgeable of what are the evidence-based justification for its importance, its social benefits, benefits for health and well-being, and even the potential rewards. We also leave with a better understanding of how to connect the relevance of gender equality in sport with existing, widely accepted values, for example, with good governance. It is up to us to make the issues involved matter to those who are in charge. It is widely witnessed that change is possible only if there is political will, combined with determined commitment to take concrete actions and a support of mechanism for implementation. We will need creative, innovative approaches in order to convince those in positions of leadership to get on board, to take up our cause as their own, and to allocate necessary resources. Though we come from different parts of the world, we face the common challenge that enacting change entails action, and for action we need resources, both human and financial. But this on its own is not enough. Gender perspective needs to be mainstreamed in all policies, including budgeting and allocating of support. More emphasis must be paid to accountability, something that has been brought up several times during our discussions here. We will need to look at this seriously together and invent methods that can serve to ensure accountability. The fact that you have traveled all this way to participate in this conference shows me that you already understand the importance of establishing contacts, sharing information, and exchanging strategies for change with one another. We can borrow from each other, gain from lessons learned elsewhere, in other contexts and in other fields. This is why I am so pleased with the diversity of delegates and speakers at this conference. We represent many different organizations. We fulfill many different roles and have different perspectives on problem solving. This, my friends, is absolutely priceless and a unique attribute of IWG World Conference. I hope that you leave this conference with an enthusiasm for staging similar opportunities on the regional or local level to interact and form alliances and joint coalitions for change. We need to team up with others, and we need to also allow for gender equality in sport to team up with other social movements. And to chart our collective progress, we need benchmarks. We must monitor, acknowledging that we cannot manage what we cannot measure. During the last couple of days, we became more aware of lingering gaps in research and statistics. We have come to realize that a crucial prerequisite for change is having facts-based on research and data collection to understand the bottlenecks slowing women and girls' involvement in sport and physical activity at all levels. I truly believe that gatherings such as our conference play an important role in strengthening the ties that bind us, intensify our networks, and also help to involve men. As was said during the conference, gender equality in sport is not a women's problem, it's a problem of sport. Change will not be feasible if the movement fails to involve men so that we might work towards progress together. We need strong, forward-thinking men to join our circles. And I have been so happy to see many male delegates present here and also men actively participating in planning and execution of conference. When I reflect on the many topics that we have explored together during these last 3 days, I cannot help but see the 10 principles of the Brighton Declaration on Women and Sport at the very core of our discussions. To me, this is a testament to the strength of the declaration to be an enduring guiding force for progress in women and sport. The legacy of the 6th IWG World Conference on Women and Sport, Helsinki calls the world of sport for lead the change, be the change, serves to further complement the declaration, as have the legacies of our previous IWG World Conferences. It can be a backbone for promoting sport and physical activity for women and sport, and guide us in identifying areas where actions are needed to reach gender equality in sport. And now, dear friends, I will invite IWG Secretary General Terhi Heinilä to present the draft legacy of the conference for adoption. Thank you.
Madam President, dear friends, it has been such a great pleasure for us to host you during the last few days. Let me thank you sincerely for you being so actively involved both during the 4 years term and present at this conference. It has been with great joy that we have spread the message of the IWG values, aims and legacies, especially the Brighton Declaration on Women and Sport, the legacy of the conference, which I also personally had the privilege to experience. I wish you gain the same motivation and warm, long-standing memories that we gained from Brighton and all the other IWG World Conferences we have taken part in. On behalf of IWG, I'm pleased to present the legacy document of this conference. The organizers are most grateful for the valuable support of the IWG Legacy Group and the conference partner organizations. The whole legacy document is entitled Helsinki Calls, the World of Sport, and consists of an introduction which presents the 6th IWG World Conference and 2 annexes called Annex 1, Brighton plus Helsinki 2014 Declaration on Women and Sport, and Annex 2, Recommendations of the 6th IWG World Conference on Women and Sport, Lead the Change, Be the Change. These 2 annexes include the main content and also serve as independent documents. The Brighton Declaration, now endorsed by 419 organizations, continues to attract a great deal of interest, especially within the international sports movement. However, due to the significant developments in the international policies during the 20 years, a strong need has been felt for an update to the declaration. Reaffirming the Brighton Declaration, the updated version, Brighton plus Helsinki, includes reference and additional topics. In these 20 years, there has been an increasing understanding and strong evidence of the barriers that prevent women and girls from participating and achieving their full potential in sport and physical activity during their whole lifespan from childhood via adulthood to old age. This is why the declaration throughout includes physical activity as an essential element of organized sport. The updated declaration also strongly underlines the need for facilities for sport and physical activity to be safe and secure, including issues such as safe transport and safety during participation and performance. The recommendations of the Annex 2, they emphasize the need for leading the change in the areas of sport policy, leadership, coaching, participation, health and well-being, and safety. Also highlighted in the From Brighton to Helsinki Women and Sport Progress Report 2014. It urges the international sporting community to take immediate and concrete actions in order to accelerate positive change. Leaders show the way. Let us change the culture. For women in the decision-making positions, the document recommends reviewing the goals for equal representation and setting the minimum target for all sport governing bodies to be increased to 40% by 2020. The issues actively underlined during the conference, such as the inclusion of the women with an impairment, migrant background, and sexual minorities in sport, are strongly included in the document. Furthermore, we propose the conference participants to recommend concrete measures to be taken at national, regional, and international levels in the areas of research, evaluation, monitoring and reporting, cooperation and networking, and gender mainstreaming. The IWG and the conference legacy group propose the full document, including these 2 annexes, to be adopted in this session by the conference participants. I wish that we each leave this conference empowered. I personally can, and I will be the change. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the document. You have all received this call, this Helsinki call to the world of sport to lead the change, to be the change. We're not going to take a formal vote on this, but I would like to ask you all those who feel that this declaration, this Helsinki Plus declaration with its recommendations, that encompasses everything that we've discussed over the past 3 days in a synthetic form here, summarized for all of those who want to join us to read. If you can commit to this, I would ask you to say, after I give you a signal, I commit. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I commit. Thank you. It is now adopted. Thank you very much.
Well, these last 3 days have been truly inspirational. And since there's never too much inspiration, or there can't be too much inspiration, we decided to be joined tonight by a lady who has, with her own personal example, shown us that change is indeed possible, and who wants to encourage all of us to, if we have a dream, to just reach out and go for it. A few words about this lady. She qualified, she's a Master of Science in Economics and Business Administration. She did that, and then she went and worked in the banking sector with money and finances and all that. And she did that for quite a while. And then she decided to climb the Mount Everest and change her life. That's in short. Please join me now, the first Finnish woman to climb the Mount Everest, which she did in 2010, Carina Räihä. Welcome. Well, I guess there's only one question to that. Why?
I think that's the most common question I get, and I think the most common thinking is, why do something so foolish? But anyone who loves the mountains, that's the ultimate challenge. You want to see what's on the highest point on earth. And there's many reasons to, like on any other sport, if you love the mountains, it's beautiful, but for me, it was really one of those dreams that you never meant to really materialize, which I then decided to do anyway.
Why wasn't it supposed to materialize? How do you mean?
I guess we all have these dreams that we think that, it's somewhere there, but you never really want to, or you never dare to, just to start doing it. And for me, there were some changes in life, and perhaps the age as well, and experiences. So I just decided that, life is short. You should really materialize it. Life is short. You sold your apartment. You changed everything. Yes. How much courage did that take? Yes, I actually changed my whole life. I left my career, which I had built for 20 years, and I think it requires a lot of courage, and change is really difficult for us humans. But after this experience, once you do something really big and really dare to, see the things that you're afraid of, next time is so much easier. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's reality that, doing big change again isn't that difficult anymore. What did people say to you when you said that? Oh, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to sell my apartment, I'm going to climb the Mount Everest. Well, all the answer. It's a lot of people said, are you crazy? And sometimes you need to do a little bit crazy things. Sometimes the best things are a little bit crazy, I would say. To make a very long story really short, it was May when you climbed up, and of course, without going through the whole climbing, say all that, you are on the top. What's the first thing that you think of? I think the first thing I thought was, this can't be real. It can't be me standing here, and especially as the first Finnish woman. I was 42 years old, and I always thought I'm too old for a big change, and especially in sports. I'd never been a professional athlete then. But there I was. Now, that so many people go around and we all do, we have dreams. Oh, I wish I could do this, and I wish I could do that, and something's holding us back. In your experience, what is it that holds us back? I think it's very natural to be afraid of change, and that's really holding us back. And of course, there's some economical circumstances or other circumstances that also hold you back. But I would motivate people and encourage to really, go for what your heart is saying. Normally, the life holds you if you really do that. Mm-hmm. Life will carry you. Life will carry you, yes. We heard some wonderful women earlier today saying that after they finished their own professional sporting careers, they love to do something for others. How do you feel about that? Because I know that you told me before, we were having a chat before. So you told me that maybe your big dream isn't anymore to find something more adventurous to do. So what is your dream now? I would say after all these really courageous and big changes, what happened, at least to me, is that when you are able to fulfill your biggest dreams, what you want to do after is to really, tell the story to others, to inspire them and help them to, fulfill their own dreams and really help others. And that's where you really get the purpose for your life. Thank you. That was a nice thing to say, wasn't it? That's Now, shortly, this is the last question. What is your life like today? It's great. That was short. I love my life. It's not always, like for anyone, it's not always bright, but it really has a purpose. And I would really like to encourage anyone who's afraid of change to really go for it, because you know, this really has opened for me all the doors. And like I said, once you do one big change, the next time it's so much easier. So just trust your heart.
Trust your heart. Go with it. Thank you, Carina Räihä, for inspiring us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's you. I thought he's forgotten.
When you hear a story like that, it makes you think about changes in your own life, and I completely forgot that it was my turn to get on stage after listening to your story. Thank you for inspiring me and making me late on stage. I appreciate that. It is, again, a great honor to welcome the patron of this 6th IWG World Conference on Women in Sport. Though she has sometimes moved in the wrong direction at her daughter's gymnastics events, she has led her nation and all of us in a better direction, in a direction of greater equality and greater social justice. It's therefore my great pleasure to ask the patron of this event to join us on stage, President Tarja Halonen.
So, what a wonderful stories. So, dear IWG coaches and dear future coaches, dear friends, it's not only because of the fantastic story we just heard, but otherwise, I confess I have a little bit feeling like a mother's, you know. Everything is so fast over. You know. Okay, but it has been wonderful. It has been wonderful that you have been here and that we could host you, this conference. All that work we have done for 4 years and openly said a little bit earlier to get it. So quite soon, it's the memories. But anyway, the story of the IWG is a success story. 20 years of sustained advocacy. And now the IWG is a global network. And it is a very modern model. And I believe it is exactly this nature of IWG that has led to its success. It's diverse, flexible, and yet a reliable partner in a world that is constantly changing. So, moreover, the IWG is itself frequently on the move, another key to its success. Every 4 years, a new legal entity takes over the responsibility of maintaining and developing the work of the organization. I ask you, a look at the previous host of the IWG. It reveals the diversity of the cultures represented within its network. The change makers that have taken turns in leading the IWG have brought their insight and skill to the service of the women and sport movement. So, as we have been remembering, so after the first 4-year term, the IWG moved from Brighton to Africa, to Windhoek, Namibia. This year, the IWG has come full circle as it returns to Africa, this time to Gabon, Botswana. From the early stages, Botswana has been one of the most active countries within the IWG network, always bringing sizable, committed, and enthusiastic delegation to each conference. This year, Botswana National Sport Council steps into the leadership role of the IWG for the next 4 years, 2014 to 2018. From the bottom of my heart, really sincerely, I congratulate Botswana National Sports Council and the new IWG co-chair, Madam Ruth Maphorisa. So I believe that I speak the minds of many, all over here, when I say that IWG will be in good hands for the next 4 years. In your turn, you will cherish the tradition while further develop the work of the IWG, bringing your own expertise, wonderful expertise and insights to the core of the women and sports movement. You will continue, certainly, leading the change. I rest assured that strong women and brave men in Botswana will ensure that the IWG keeps evolving and thus write the next chapter of the success story. So I will use also the opportunity to thank for everyone who has worked during these 4 years. Many of you have seen here. Some of us have been invisible, but in the same very, very important. But perhaps as a representative of that, and also the very, very important persons, I will thank the IWG co-chairs during the term 2010 to 2014. Raija, Mattila, your vital expertise and all your long time experience in the field, coupled by your unwavering commitment and good sense of humor to the work you have through the highs and lows of the past 4 years have been really that one who have taken us all the time on board. So our warm thanks and great hug afterwards. So Dr. Johanna Adriaanse, I thank you for the constant support you have provided to the Helsinki Secretariat during the past 4 years. Your expertise, first-hand experience, and support provided the Secretariat with an invaluable backbone and guaranteed the continuity of the work. You have been the person we have thought that we can always trust. So, the same Greta. So now my 3 minutes is almost over. I will invite IWG co-chairs Raija, Mattila and Johanna Andreasen to hand over the IWG flag to Madam Ruth Maphorisa, representing Botswana National Sports Council.
Thank you, Madam President, and I want to thank you for the personal advice you gave me coming on stage, is that mistakes are not so serious. Thank you. I will treasure that piece of advice. We thought, Madam President, with your permission, as patron of this event, that we would organize a chain, a passing of the flag from patron to patron of this event. So if you may, Madam President, we have the flag here. If I can ask you to come and join me here, and we're going to pass the flag along, if that is okay with you. Please. And please, our two co-chairs, please, Madam Mattila, Madam André, please join us. Madam President, can I don't know what I should say. Yeah, but we're just passing on the flag. Okay. And then I would like to call on the entire Botswana delegation to join us on stage. I will say all of your names, and you can come on stage as a team. Okay. This is the order protocol I've been given for this, and I'm happy to call the Honorable Minister Dorcas Mahato Malesu. I did it right this time. You trained me. Minister of Trade of Industry, who's also now the new patron of the 7th edition of the IWG conference. We also Miss Ruth Maphorisa, who is now, as you heard, the IWG co-chair for 2014-2018, starting in September. We also have a man, Soili Riikeheletsen. Yes, chairperson. I have a great coach. She's the Minister of Trade. Thank you for that. Botswana National Sports Council. We also have a professor, Professor Martin Mohawati, vice chairperson of the Botswana National Sports Council. And finally, Khame Motibi, also from the Botswana National Sports Council. Please, could you join us on stage, please? President, mä voin antaa tämä teille ja te annette sitten eteenpäin. Joo, hyvä. Yeah. So we will take it from the patron of Helsinki to the patron in Botswana. So we will start the music, please. This is a cérémonie protocolaire. Music, please.
Dear friends, I'm the former lawyer, so I had to say it also. I hereby announce the Botswana National Sports Council as the new leading organization of the IWG and the host of the 7th IWG World Conference on Women and Sports to be held in Gabon, Botswana in 2018.
Thank you, Madam President. Hieno. Thank you. Good luck to Camerone. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you. Please, we will now ask the future co-chair of the next IWG conference to take the floor. She is currently the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Youth and Sports and Culture in Botswana. She has a long experience in public service, as many of you know. But she is now the future, starting in September, IWG co-chair 2014-2018. Please welcome Ms. Ruth Maphorisa.
Thank you, Directors of Ceremony, Madam President, Honorable Ministers here present, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. I stand here today on behalf of my country, and indeed on behalf of the continent of Africa, humbled by the task before us, grateful for the trust you have bestowed. We have just witnessed the exchange of the baton, As we take over, we are mindful of the fact that the race is far from over, mindful of the need to stay on course and maintain the momentum. But as it were, we celebrate every milestone that has been achieved. 7 great women have successfully steered the ship for the past 20 years, and there's every reason to celebrate. Congratulations to all those who came before us. As we forge ahead, we build on the foundation that has been laid. Discussions during the past 3 days have set the agenda for the next quadrennial. I would like to pay tribute to all the great women athletes, coaches, and administrators, leaders who continue to be an inspiration to us and demonstrate to the world that it is possible. As Marianne Williamson would put it, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. The message that has come out clearly from the conference is that we need to be there. Hence the theme for the next quadrennial, determine the future, be part of the change. I see our hosting as a great opportunity for women in Africa to unite our continent, spread the message of hope, unity, and tolerance, sport without borders. In our native language, we say, make it Tarja setšhaba. Simply put, empowering women, advancing the nation. The task that lies ahead requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders. We cannot do it alone. As the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. There is need to forge partnerships, need for enhanced collaboration and cooperation between all organizations and institutions that promote the advancement of women and girls. The already established platform for networking presents an opportunity for exchange of ideas and good practice on the participation of women and girls. As I conclude, I wish to thank the government and the people of Finland for the warm welcome and generous hospitality accorded to the delegates since our arrival in Helsinki. Special tribute to Raija and her team for the excellent conference arrangements and successful deliberations. We look forward to your guidance and support in the next 4 years and beyond. I thank you for your attention. Safe journey back home and see you in Botswana 2018. Africa is ready to welcome you. May I now introduce you to Botswana, our pride, your destination. The video, please.
Experience the stunning beauty and the unimaginable vastness, the isolation and otherworldliness, the astoundingly prolific wildlife of the best-kept African secret, Botswana. Whether your thing is safaris, mokoro rides, photographic safaris, bird watching, quad biking, or 4x4 off-road adventures, you are sure to make the best of your stay in Botswana. Botswana, a land of diverse beauties, is ideally located in the heart of southern Africa. Its natural beauty lies in its wilderness, wildlife, and cultural diversity. Botswana offers much more variety and rich experiences. Our attractions range from pristine ecosystems, world-class accommodation facilities, the history encapsulating rock paintings, monuments, and heritage sites, contrasts of lush and dry, nevertheless charming landscapes, stunning sunsets and starry nights, inimitable arts and crafts, various cultural tourism options that include cultural festivals, tours of cultural villages, as well as the numerous sporting activities. Botswana is a rarity in our overpopulated, overdeveloped world. Untamed and untamable, it is one of the last great refuges for nature's magnificent pageantry of life. Experience here the stunning beauty of the world's largest intact inland delta, the Okavango, winner of the World Travel and Tourism Council 2010 Award for Destination Stewardship, as well as the UNESCO World Heritage Site nominee. Capture the rhythms of the mighty Okavango Delta from the luxury of the river boat, Mokoro, and feel the heartbeat of the Okavango River that flows in from the highlands of Angola and soaks into the sands, forming a network of channels, lagoons, swamps, and islands. One of the most sought-after wilderness destinations in the world, the Okavango Delta, gives entrance to the spectacle of wild Africa, such as dreams are made of. Heart-stopping excitement of big game viewing, the supreme tranquility and serenity of an untouched delta, and evocative scenes of extraordinary beauty. The Kalahari Desert covers about 3/4 of the western part of the country, characterized by heavy sands to the golden sand dunes, with shrubs, acacia, open grasslands, and horizonless landscapes. Explore the Kawa June Challenge and Cultural Festival, a family-oriented experience including quad and motorbike challenge, cultural activities, and camel rides and races, as well as the Dakar Rally accredited Toyota Kalahari Botswana 1,000 km desert race, one of the premier social and sporting events in Africa. Explore the Tsodila Hills, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and home to ancient rock paintings dating millennia, unique rock formations, and enjoy the scenery and guided game trails. Explore the Tuli area in the extreme east of Botswana. The Tuli block has topography unlike most other parts of Botswana. Its hills and rock crops, sometimes preposterously shaped, are compellingly beautiful. As well, with more and more cultural tourism options on offer, you will be charmed by the people of Botswana, visiting their villages and experiencing firsthand their rich cultural heritage. The modern Sir Seretse Khama International Airport hosts several airlines with flights to domestic and regional tourist centers. There are also several air charters within the country. Explore Botswana's capital city, Gaborone. Experience the amenities of a modern cosmopolitan city with luxury hotels, magnificent restaurant facilities, exquisite cuisines, vibrant nightlife, music and dance, and easy access shopping malls. Be pleasantly surprised with the emerging architectural makeup of our urban city. The modern facilities and infrastructure are ready to facilitate prosperity in the new era, born out of the relocation of the diamond trading company to Gaborone. Botswana reaffirmed its position as the world's largest diamond producer by value and the world's second largest producer by volume, with Jwaneng Mine listed as the richest diamond mine in the world by value. The main mall boasts a plethora of artifact stores, while the surrounding area hosts monuments and government buildings. The new Central Business District, featuring upmarket offices, hotels, and apartments, is a new hub for commerce and trade. With some impeccable internationally recognized golf courses, Gaborone offers a complete package for the business traveler who wishes to mix business with leisure. Meet the pleasant and warm people of Botswana and discover their genuine warmth and deep sincerity as they welcome you to their beautiful country. Explore the heritage sites, museum, cultural village tours, and visits to arts and craft industries, specializing in pottery, weaving, glassware, leatherworks, and meet local artists. This is Botswana, a paradise for nature lovers. Whatever your pleasure, whatever your business, come and experience the unrivaled beauty of our country, taking away nothing but memories, leaving only your footprints. This is a Botswana experience at its unforgettable best. Immerse yourself in Botswana.
Thank you very much. Your destination for 2018.
I don't know about you, but I could book a plane ticket already. Looked pretty nice. And now for the last time as co-chair of the IWG, we welcome the excellent, eminent, energetic Miss Raija Mattila to the stage once more.
Dear friends, I apologize being here so often, but you know, I just want to thank so many persons who have been involved in all preparations and running this conference that I just wanted to come here. So, only a few days ago, I had the pleasure of welcoming you to Helsinki, and now the time has come for us to say goodbye to one another and bring this 6th IWG World Conference on Women and Sport to a close. I would like to use these last moments in together to thank all those who have made this conference such a success. Firstly, I would like to thank the members of the International Working Group, both past and present, the preparatory conference committees, the honorary committee chaired by President Tarja Halonen, all of our cooperative partners and supporters, sponsors, and the Finnish Sports Confederation, Valo, and the Ministry of Education and Culture of Finland for their support. Thanks go also out to our distinguished conference speakers, panelists, interpreters, and especially all of you, our conference delegates, as it is you who truly breathe life into this conference. I'd like to go back in time further still. Many of you do not know this, but we find ourselves gathered in Helsinki today thanks, by and large, to two persons in particular. In fact, if it weren't for Pirjo Rusanen and Birgitta Kervinen, Finland would not have even applied to host this 6th IWG World Conference. Thank you for... Thank you for daring to dream high. This sentiment brings me to our esteemed conference patron, President Tarja Halonen, who already as acting President of the Republic wholeheartedly supported bringing the IWG to Finland, gave invaluable insight on the conference content during the planning stages, as well as bringing worldwide attention to the conference and its aims. We have been so very honored to have had your support from beginning to end. I wish to also thank two groups of people who have worked tirelessly for 4 years to make all of this possible, right down to every last detail. The IWG Secretariat, under the leadership of Secretary Terhi Heinilä, including, and I'm going to mention the names, please then join us here on the stage, including Aira Raudasoja, Kaisa Myllylä, Monika Ilvestie, Leila Garavi, Kate Laine, Tarja Airaksinen, I don't know if she can come. Tarja, maybe can you come? And Sari Kuosmanen. Flowers, flowers. Of course, Pirita. You know, you have kept this ambitious project progressing day by day, committed to being the best possible steward of the IWG's mission and aims. Even on those tough days, you have conducted yourselves with confidence and professionalism and have managed to maintain throughout it all a sense of humor and positive team spirit. Thank you. Beyond the core team of Secretariat staff, there has been a wider network of volunteers whom I would wish to especially recognize. Time and time again, you have come to our rescue with your enthusiasm, your time, your expertise, your insights, your moral support. Please allow me to also sincerely thank the International Working Group on Women and Sport for entrusting us with sustaining and furthering IWG's mission over the last 4 years. It has been a once-in-a-lifetime experience for all those involved, the legacy of which will live on here at home even after our term of office comes to an end here today. And so we mark this end with a new beginning, the start of a hopeful journey for Ruth Maphorisa and her team towards successful 2014-2018 quadrennial term for the IWG, leading up to the 7th IWG World Conference on Women and Sport in Halonen, Botswana in 2018. We look now to you to sustain the movement of sport movement, to further develop the IWG and its global network, to inspire, to achieve, to renew. You will not walk this journey alone, and will be joined by those experts in the field who will comprise the International Working Group on Women and Sport. One of the secrets of the success of this conference has been our amazing team of volunteers. Always smiling, always kind women and men. Could I please have all our conference volunteers come join me on stage. So thank you so much for all your hard work and initiative over the last 3 days. Without you, this conference could not have been organized. Thank you.
Mikki 4. Moikka. Nonni. Hello everybody. I have a couple of things. Firstly, in our volunteers we have one person who has a birthday today. So let's welcome in the front. Annika, please come here. And now everyone, please, let's sing for her. So 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Annika. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. And secondly, I have a feeling that you have been sitting a lot in this couple of days, so I decided that we should do a little bit of dancing. Yes, I think you have probably heard a little song that has like, lead the change, be the change, like a couple of times, probably. So you know the lyrics and like, yeah. So I will ask now the volunteers that I taught the steps, now come next to me, please help me now. Like there are a couple of them. Do they dare to come next to me? Please, someone! Thank you. So, they are simple steps. So, I will first like show them fastly. So, it's like stomp, stomp, front, stomp, stomp, up. And now please stand up with us. And they go to the lyrics. I will show you like, so together, they go to the lead the change, be the change. So, 1, 2, 3. Lead the change, be the change. 2, 1, again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Be the change. And then maestro, please give. Oh, wait a second. So the theme song will go like, lead the change, be the change, and then freestyle a couple of minutes, and yeah. You don't know. And then again, lead and then freestyle, and then last one, lead the change. And then okay? Ready? So, maestro, give us the music. Ready? Enjoy it.
Be
thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I would like to thank our moderators, starting from Donna de Varona, Charmaine Crooks, who already left, Lydia La Riviera Chidel, and in particular, André, Noël, Chaker, and Bettina Sågbom, who from the... Ja, Anna.
Thank you. Good.
Let's once again give a big hand to these wonderful persons. And
No. Lydia's asking, we don't have to sing, do we? And I said, no.
If you want to.
Well, you do. You go ahead. I'll just go.
I'm good. This would be a better color for you.
on this happy note, it is time for me to officially close the 6th IWG World Conference on Women and Sport and say to you, goodbye, adieu, adios, näkemiin, adieu. See you all in Jabron, 2018.
How many people still would like to hear a taste of Botswana? Anybody? I think we have Botswana fans here. I'm even learning the local language. Listen to this. Yeah. Bome ba, Botswana. Get over here. Welcome.
Bomme basadi bali bele kakala. 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 Dokasi alite, hayo matata. Dokasi alite, hayo matata. Hayo, hayo, hayo matata. Hayo, hayo, hayo matata. Haruta alite. Haruta alite. Hayo,
Botswana! Yeah, Botswana! Woo! Yeah. God, I love those people.
Yeah, my mic just dropped. The mic's gone, the script's
It's all
gone.
that dancing, you know, it's not good for the
Everything's
microphone.
gone. It seems to be much more fun in Africa than it is.
Oh, come on. I've seen you at Wiley do some crazy stuff sometimes.
Sometimes. Well, whew.
Oh my God,
Dear
what
me.
a 3 days, jeez. Who has had fun at least through the last 3 days? Who has learned something new? Who is inspired? Well, there you go. I think we did a decent job. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I know so. Actually, I must say now after that, it's difficult to say anything.
Indeed.
It is. But I'll say that I'm personally really grateful to have served at this conference because I really feel I understood now something new about sisterhood and brotherhood.
And brotherhood.
Yeah.
Aw,
Not too far. Yeah.
that's great.
Shouldn't forget the
I
brothers.
feel the same way. There are a few things we want to tell you. This is a continuous process, and tomorrow there are two really cool things happening. One of which is a seminar on the really important issue of being a mentor, on mentoring. We've talked about it so much during the past 3 days. We're going to have a special workshop. This is a high-level workshop on how to establish a mentorship program in your country. We're going to have that at the stadium, at the Stadium Museum tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. So you have time to wake up, barely, from the party tonight, and to attend this important workshop tomorrow.
Yeah. And at 12 o'clock, an exhibition will open. The Women's Power exhibition. So that will open at noon, also at the Sports Museum. So don't miss that.
And tonight, who's in the mood for a good celebration? Anybody? We're going to another great Finnish city tonight. We're going to the city of Espoo, my hometown. It's a great place. And a great party. There's going to be some dancing, singing. You're going to be dancing for us tonight, won't you? You're coming, all of you, aren't you? All of us are invited to dance, sing, and have a great time together to celebrate.
And afterwards, we're all going to André's house.
Welcome. I have to call my wife and see what she says. But really, the buses are leaving very, very soon. Let's see you all in Espoo tonight. Welcome to all. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Kiitos.